Xylophones. It's the percussion instrument that everyone forgets about, but xylophones are always lurking there in the back of your mind at all times. You thought you forgot about it, and then you hear someone talking, or you think you see something in the distance that vanishes as soon as you acknowledge it, and then you are reminded of the fact that you are never in fact safe from the xylophones. You try and push the thought out of your mind, but you can't help walking home in a hurry, looking in all directions. You've heard the stories, you've seen the results. You don't want to cross paths with that elusive percussion instrument. Innocent as it may seem, you know it will be your demise. Alright, welcome back to another epic video. Today I have run out of ideas for videos, but then out of the blue, I get the greatest video idea of all time. That's right, the hidden dangers of xylophones. Exactly what you were looking for, exactly the kind of content people need, especially in 2020. That doesn't really make sense, or maybe it does. People worrying about the pandemic and other things need to be reminded of the ever-lurking doom of the xylophones looming over everyone's back. That will be sure to cheer them up, or at least take their mind off their troubles, so they could look at a common enemy that everyone has, and that I'm sure everyone watching has been acquainted with at some point in our lives. It all starts in our childhood, you see. You get those ABC books to help you learn your ABCs, your 1, 2, 4s, shapes and letters and stuff like that to help you learn and be smart. As you know, the only common words that start with X in the English alphabet are X-ray and xylophone and also maybe Xavier and also Xavier. But those words aren't real. Also Xbox, but we don't say that word around here. Anyways, in those ABC books, the writers have limited options with the letter X. What are they going to put to write there, huh? Xenon? Xylography? Xbox? No, they're going to write xylophone. And this trend obviously carries on past early childhood as well, because I don't know many other words starting with X, and I had to look them up. This is all part of the xylophone's conditioning. You learn the word xylophone early as a child, and it never leaves you. Look, I even made a xylophone when I was in elementary school, and it's terrible. Doesn't even sound good. But do you think this is a coincidence? Of course not. This is the result of careful conditioning among the xylophones, placing them in society so we grow up with them, we live with them in the background, and eventually forget about them, and that's when they strike. The formal definition of xylophones is intentionally vague. It reads on Google, the xylophone is a musical instrument in the percussion family that consists of wooden bars struck by mallets. Like the glockenspiel, the xylophone essentially consists of a set of tuned keys arranged in the fashion of the keyboard of a piano. You cannot get a more vague description of something than that. You just can't. They don't want you to know about them. Just think back on your life. Do you know someone who actively plays the xylophone? Exactly. You don't, because they slip out of view and out of reality. The xylophones are always there, but then you begin to forget them, and this is what makes their entrance into your home much more unsettling and terrifying to the bone. Multiple reports over the years of xylophones entering homes mysteriously and causing trouble have been the spark of debate over many platforms. However, conversation on this topic has dwindled recently due to more pressing matters at hand in the world. However, I will not let these unsolved sightings of xylophones be forgotten. In several cases, the xylophones actually disappeared along with the inhabitants of the household, while others just appeared and disappeared, perhaps as a warning. The reason for these encounters is still open for speculation. Do the xylophones have specific grudges against certain people? Where did those people who disappeared go? How smart are these xylophones? How much control over our society do they actually possess? Some people say the xylophones are part of a large underground network organization, while others just look down on these encounters and say they're hoaxes. At the same time, how can they be hoaxes if some people really disappeared? Where did they go? Why did the xylophones do this, and what are their motives? How can we stop more encounters from happening to prevent more catastrophic trouble? These questions remain almost all unanswered. For this video, I tried to do some simple research online about this topic to see what others had to say by typing why xylophones are evil into the YouTube search bar. However, to my surprise, I didn't find much besides glockenspiel song covers. If you don't know, a glockenspiel, if I'm even pronouncing that right, is like a xylophone, but with metal bars instead of wood, so they're basically the same thing. I mean, really, who has the time to make xylophone covers? Not trying to be rude, but one, that is quite dangerous, assuming that these are real xylophones, or glockenspiels, or whatever. Two, who has the time to do this, huh? Well, I guess that point doesn't really go anywhere, considering I am literally using my time by making a video about xylophones. So, this is what quarantine does, everyone. You become so out of touch with reality that you make a video about evil xylophones. That's right. I guess, though, I'm lying. I would have made a video about xylophones regardless of the quarantine. That's what's pretty scary. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Xylophones are evil, and not enough people are talking about it. Do you think it's a coincidence that no good results came up in the search bar when I searched why xylophones are evil? It's because of censorship. The government or the xylophones, or both, must have taken down all negativity on the internet towards xylophones, further restricting freedom of speech, and turn to help work towards what I think the xylophone's main goal is, which is to create a totalitarian government in society. It makes perfect sense. By restricting the flow of information about these xylophone encounters, it can prevent opposition to the xylophone empire. That's why I'm a little afraid about this video. I'm not sure if it's going to be taken down because of the negativity towards xylophones, or if the xylophones will be angry at me for making this. But you know what? I'm going to make this video. I'm determined because someone needs to start speaking the truth. I can just only hope that the xylophones don't come for me. I think it's too late though, considering I heard this while typing the script for this. There's a xylophone playing. They found me. They found me!